Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. Here on my channel I make crystal videos, small business videos, fun vlogs, and more. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe because I put out new videos every week. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a rant. I want to talk about something I saw on TikTok, it's always TikTok, that made me feel kind of frustrated. And before I get into it, I just want to say that I am in no way frustrated by anyone who is asking these questions that I'm going to talk about, or anyone that's new to crystals asking any sort of questions, even if the questions may seem silly to someone who is more experienced in the crystal world. I am never annoyed or frustrated at anyone who's asking questions. I am, however, a little annoyed at the fact that there are people making crystals seem really confusing and complex, and like there's a lot of rules, and making people who are new to the crystal world feel really confused and overwhelmed. That does grind my gears a little bit because crystals are fun. It's a very personal experience. There are no strict rules and regulations that you need to follow. So let's just get into it. What I wanted to discuss today is it okay to combine different crystals together? I have an extra chair here with me today. I don't know if you can see it because there is a little cat in my chair. It's her favorite chair, so I just don't want to disrupt her, even if I have to film, because she just looks so cute. So I'll just take the less nice chair. So lately I've been getting a little more into TikTok than I have been in the past year, and I was looking into some things, and I've come across so many people talking about what crystals are okay or not okay to mix together. People are saying that certain crystal combinations, for some reason, especially amethyst and carnelian, shouldn't be worn or used together, or they will create negative effects or confusing energy or confuse your chakras. It frustrates me so much to see people saying these things because as a beginner, that's going to sound really complex and confusing and overwhelming, and is going to deter people from wanting to work with crystals if there's certain crystal combinations that you're not supposed to use together. Like, how are you supposed to know? So spoiler alert, there are no wrong crystal combinations. There are no pair of crystals or set of crystals that you cannot have together. There are no crystals that you need to be worried about mixing together because there's something bad's gonna happen. There is no need to be afraid, and there are no wrong answers when it comes to mixing your crystals. Like I said, I've been seeing this mostly with amethyst and carnelian. People will say that amethyst is a calming energy and carnelian has a more bold, energizing energy, and that if you mix the two, they're going to cancel out or send confusing energy to your chakras. Now, I do agree that certain pairs of crystals may have contradicting energies and may not be the most optimal combination if you are looking to achieve a certain intention or energy or goal in your life, but no combination is going to be bad. And there are no combinations that you should never mix. For example, if you are trying to relax and fall asleep at the end of the day, you may use blue lace agate for relaxation, but if you pair it with something like carnelian, which is energizing, you may just not be getting the full benefits of the blue lace agate, and therefore you're not going to see the most optimal results, but nothing bad is going to happen. But in a different scenario, maybe during the day you want to wear a blue lace agate bracelet to help you relieve anxiety, and you also want to wear a carnelian bracelet for confidence and motivation, and those two will go together in that scenario. They're not canceling each other out, they're working together. It's all about your intentions, your goals, and what feels right to you. Something that may seem like a crazy conflicting combination to one person may be the perfect combination for another person. Another thing to consider is that every crystal is going to have multiple things it can help you with. If you look up crystals for blank intention, it seems like the same couple crystals are always coming up no matter what you search for. For example, amethyst is used for so many things. So like people are saying, amethyst is a calming stone. It can help with anxiety and make you more relaxed, and it's good for meditation, but it's also useful for protection against psychic attack. And I guarantee you, if you Google crystals for confidence, amethyst is going to be in there somewhere. So in that case, maybe amethyst and carnelian is actually a great combination for you to wear if you're going out and you need a little extra confidence. It's not a math equation. Crystals aren't canceling each other out. Every crystal is helping you in multiple different ways, and they are all working together. I feel like when you're wearing multiple crystals, people think of it as canceling out, like this crystal's going this direction, this crystal's going this direction, so they're canceling each other out. You're not getting any energy from them. I don't think of it like that. I think of it like multiple crystals are like going in different directions. Does that make sense? Like their energies are all working separately. And they may work together if they have similar energies that align to similar intentions, but they're not like canceling each other out. They're just working in different ways. And maybe you just want to wear 2 crystals because they look pretty together, and that's totally fine. Your chakras are going to be just fine, I promise. I'm not really sure what the logic or reasoning is behind if you wear 2 different types of crystals, your chakras are going to be confused. I'm sorry if you are someone who believes that or has taught that, but it personally doesn't make any sense to me. Every person has 7 chakras or 7 energy centers within the body. Different crystals resonate with different chakras. You don't need to pick 1 chakra per day to work with and all your crystals have to match that chakra, or else your chakras are going to get confused or overwhelmed. It doesn't work that way. You don't need to choose 1 intention for the day, and you only have to work on confidence for the day, and you can't have any other intentions. Like, that's not how it works. People are multifaceted. You're gonna have different things you want crystals to help you with throughout the day, and those crystals will come in with their energy at the appropriate time to help you with those things. They're not clashing. Most likely you're gonna have different intentions throughout the day and different energies you want to embody, and that is perfectly fine and normal. Your body and your energy is a whole complex system, and it's not gonna get overwhelmed or confused if you put 2 crystals next to each other. So for example, maybe you feel blocked in your root chakra and in your throat chakra. You may want to wear crystals daily that help you open up those energies. They're going to be very different energies that require different crystals to work with. That doesn't mean your system's going to get confused by it. We can work with multiple crystals at a time to help with a multitude of different issues. For example, maybe you're in school and you want crystals to help you with focus, confidence, making friends, and stress relief. You can pick sodalite for focus, carnelian for confidence, rose quartz for making friends, and lepidolite for stress relief. They don't all have to go together towards the same intention. The energies will work when they are needed based on your intentions. They aren't just constantly sending out energy that's going to get all intermixed and tangled up. When it comes to working with crystals in any way, it's your intention and your belief that is most important and is what gives crystals the power and ability to help you. So if you truly believe that these 2 crystals, wearing them together, is going to cause chaos in your life, then it might cause chaos in your life if that's what you believe. But it's not because of the crystals, it's because that's what you believe they're going to do for you. If your intention is that this amethyst is going to help me with this and this carnelian is going to help me with this, and you just go on about your day, you're probably not going to see anything negative happening from those 2 crystals being together. Along these lines, there is no right or wrong way to store your crystals. If you want to keep all of your tumbles in one big bowl or keep all of your crystals on one shelf, that's perfectly fine. If you want to take a randomly selected bag of crystals in your purse with you throughout the day, totally fine. There are no 2 crystals that shouldn't be touching or need to be a certain distance apart. There is no set distance that you need to keep 2 clashing energies away from each other. That's some loud stomping. I hope that's not a new neighbor because that's gonna get on my nerves. You can have any 2 crystals touching each other or next to each other on a shelf. No matter how different their energy is, I promise it's going to be okay. This is why it frustrates me so much that some people are out here saying that 2 crystals need to be kept apart from each other because their energy is clashing. That makes crystals sound so confusing. If I was new to crystals and someone is telling me that something bad would happen if I wore 2 crystals together or kept them too close to each other, I would be so stressed and overwhelmed. Like, how are you supposed to know which 2 crystals are bad to keep next to each other? It sounds scary when you put it like that. And it sucks because I've seen people in the comments of videos like this, and no fault to them for asking questions and being confused, but people will see like, oh, you're not supposed to keep amethyst and carnelian together? No wonder my life has been so bad and chaotic lately. I have the wrong energies. Or, oh no, I've been storing these together. How far apart do I need to keep them? Like, I promise there's no strict rules to this, and don't let people make you feel like pairing the wrong 2 crystals together is going to cause chaos in your life. Now, if you are working with crystals for their specific healing properties, be sure to cleanse them with your preferred method of cleansing. My personal favorite is putting them on selenite because selenite cleanses itself and the energy of other crystals so that your crystals maintain their most pure energy and aren't affected by the surroundings or other crystals before you start working with them. All of my crystal collection is on one big shelf arranged by color. they're touching, some are in bowls. Now, there is a lot of energy going on there, but there's no downside to storing crystals like this. Nothing bad's gonna happen. It doesn't create chaos in my house or in my life. You don't have to keep your amethyst in one room and your carnelian in another room. It just wouldn't be practical to work with crystals like this. Now, another question I see asked a lot is it okay to wear one certain crystal on one wrist and a different crystal on the other wrist? If they have clashing energies, do they need to be separated, or can you wear them on the same wrist? Many people say that the left hand is for receiving energy and the right hand is for giving energy. So if that resonates with you, then you can arrange your crystals accordingly. But personally, I usually just put my crystals on my right wrist because I have my Fitbit on my left. I don't have any method to it. I just put them where I want them. If we're talking about crystals with clashing energies and you want to avoid clashing energies because you are working towards a certain intention, then it doesn't matter what wrist the crystals are on, because if you're wearing two clashing crystals, one on each wrist, they're still within your energy, so they're still going to clash. So if you are looking for calming energy, then maybe just leave the carnelian at home. It's not gonna matter what wrist it's on, you're still gonna be receiving its energy. If you have multiple intentions, then just wear one bracelet for each intention. If you're combining certain crystals and you feel like you're not fully receiving the benefits that you would like, then switch things up. Try a different set of crystals, remove one and replace it with a different one. Experiment. It's perfectly fine to experiment and find out which combinations work best for you. So moral of the story here is do what you want. Do what feels best for you. Maybe you want to wear amethyst and carnelian together. Maybe you want to carry a little bag of totally random stones in your purse throughout the day just because they called to you. Personally, I love amethyst and carnelian together. I don't think their energies are really all that clashing, and I think they look really beautiful together. There are crystals with way more clashing energies than carnelian and amethyst. If you like the combination, then go for it, even if someone online says that it's bad. And it's just interesting to me because I feel like all the TikToks I've seen regarding this crystal combination thing, it's always amethyst and carnelian. I feel like people just take what one person says and they just run with it as fact. And when it comes to things like crystals and any sort of spirituality, it's like such a personal thing. Every crystal is going to have a different energy and speak to people in a different way. Some people are going to love malachite, some people are going to hate malachite. Like, every crystal is different and is going to affect people in a different way. I feel like I see a lot of people, when they're talking about the properties and meaning of crystals, they just literally copy and paste what other people say, and no one is really taking the time to feel what feels right for them, and they're just looking at what other people are saying. Now, of course, it's okay to not have a personal connection and personal explanation for every single crystal. Everyone's gonna have to Google, what does serpentine mean? I do it too, of course. We're gonna base it on what other people are saying, but I do think it's important to experiment with crystals and learn their energy for yourself, because any information that people are telling you regarding the spiritual healing properties of crystals, that's something that you have the ability to find out within yourself. You don't have to look to someone else who claims to be an expert to tell you what two crystals you need to work with. If you feel drawn to amethyst as the crystal for confidence, then use it, because that's how amethyst is going to work for you. More than anything, it's important to see what crystals are speaking to you and what crystals call to you, and not what someone online says that you need to use. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with asking people who are experts or more knowledgeable questions about what crystal is good for this or what do you recommend, but just know that you don't need to look to someone else to tell you 100%, is it okay if I wear amethyst and citrine together? You don't need someone else to confirm that to you or give you permission. If you feel like you want to wear amethyst and citrine, or pyrite and black tourmaline, any combination, if that feels right to you, then go for it. No one has to tell you that it's okay, because this is a personal practice and you have the knowledge within yourself to know what you need and what crystals are going to help you. I hope that makes sense. I hope I don't come across sounding too annoyed. It does frustrate me to see people adding so many rules to crystals and making people feel like they need permission to mix and match certain crystals or do what they want with their own crystal path. Do what you want. And now that I've gotten my little rant out of the way, let me tell you a couple crystal combinations that I really like and really recommend for a couple different intentions. So I just filmed a video about Herkimer diamonds yesterday, so I have this on my brain, but Moldavite and Herkimer diamond together is a really, really powerful energy combination. As you know, I'm sure Moldavite is really strong and transformative. It can really flip your life upside down, but in the end, it's for the best. So Herkimer diamond also amplifies other crystals. So this is a really crazy, powerful energy if you're looking to totally transform your life. This is probably not something you're going to want to work with every single day because the energy might be overwhelming. But if you're looking for a real kick, get Moldavite and Herkimer Diamond. For stress relief or reducing anxiety, I recommend amethyst and lepidolite together. For abundance and luck or money, I like citrine and green aventurine together. For confidence, I like carnelian and lapis together. I think that's a really bold, empowering combination. For creating new friendships and connecting with other people, I recommend rose quartz and amazonite together. For cleansing energy, I think black tourmaline and selenite are musts. They go really well together. For love and relationships, I recommend garnet and rhodochrosite. For creativity, I love orange calcite and rainbow moonstone. For psychic and spiritual abilities, I recommend labradorite and kyanite together. And for focus in work or school, I recommend sodalite and fluorite. So that's all I have for you today, my little rant plus a couple recommendations for crystals to pair together. I hope I didn't come across too frustrated, but I guess it was a rant, so I mean, it is what it is. I just want people to know that there's not strict rules to crystals. It's okay to do what you want and to experiment. Combining two crystals together is not going to hurt you or hurt your chakras. I'm sorry, I just feel like that's silly to say. I apologize if you're the one who said it or you believe it, but putting an amethyst and a carnelian together is not gonna confuse your chakras. I'm sorry, I can't get over that because I think it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video. Comment down below, what do you think? Do you think that there's certain crystal combinations that you shouldn't put together? And comment down below what you'd like to see me talk about next, whether it be a crystal related topic, a specific crystal. And check out my crystal shop, cosmicgeology.com. You can use code YouTube for a discount on any order at any time. Oh, and by the time that you see this video, I will have just posted a bunch of new angel number and crystal intention bracelets, which I feel like is perfect for this video. So if you're watching this, I just posted a bunch of handmade crystal bracelets. You should go check them out. Like I said, you can use code YouTube for a discount. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.